Alright, you know the drill guys. Today we're gonna take a look at some of the best new Blender add-ons released lately. There weren't a lot of them in the last couple of weeks. Nonetheless, there is a bunch of them, so in no particular order, we're gonna start with Instant Image Baker. This is a simple but useful tool that will help you bake your node setup in the material editor. Baking in Blender is relatively easy, but this tool hopefully will make it even easier. This free add-on will help you meet most of your baking needs. You can choose which passes you want to bake, the resolution, and the final created texture. After installing it, you can find it in the M panel of the node editor. The interface is very simple. You just pick the map you want to bake, the resolution, and hit bake. There is an option you can use when baking from a selected object, and it comes with a blur node that you can use to soften those harsh edges. However, the add-on at the time being only works with cycles. So if you need to bake nodes, this is a great add-on to help you save time and bake maps faster. Another new productivity add-on is called Total Render Time. Guys, if this channel is making your life more productive, then don't forget to hit the like button, because I can promise that there are a lot of videos to come and you don't want to miss that. Anyway, this add-on is self-explanatory. How many times have you wondered about how long your computer has been rendering an animation, for example? Well, this free add-on helps you figure that out easily. This simple tool uses the metadata embedded within the image to calculate the exact render times. When rendering an animation as a sequence of images, Blender saves certain information into the image header. If you have ever used the video sequencer in Blender, you probably notice the metadata above and below the image. This add-on will check your render directory, list of all the files inside, and add up all the render time for all those files, and finally produce the total render time. The total render time add-on only works if you are rendering to JPEG, PNG, or OpenEXR, which are probably the most common formats. The reason why some of the formats don't work with the add-on is because saving TIFF's image sequences, for instance inside Blender, does not save the render time into the header. The add-on works if you are rendering to JPEGs, PNGs, or OpenEXRs, which covers the vast majority of animation renders. This is limited because Blender can't always save renders. Total Render Time also offers commercial and studio licenses, but you can also get it for free by following the link in the description below. Add on the Fly is an add-on that allows you to reach the properties of active objects, whether it be a camera, a light, a mesh, a curve, an empty, text, in addition to render settings. You can easily access these parameters. It allows you to access all the settings through the viewport using shortcuts without the need to navigate back to each panel through the interface. Of course you can do this manually, but it is a great time saver and a great way to optimize your workflow, having everything you need in one place by using shortcuts. For example, you can manage your selections using the pie menu, adjust the render settings, set hair particles, adjust camera and light settings, and even adjust Spyderfy parameters, but this only works with the newer versions of Blender. Alright, we all know that scripting isn't for everyone. I mean, me myself, I wouldn't call myself a coder. Let's just say there is more of a chance being flat than me being a coder. Anyway, Geometry Script is an add-on for programmers, scripters, and whatever else you want to call them. The idea behind the add-on is that you can write a script that Blender would understand and make a geometry node tree based on the script. This is also interesting to note that you can create geometry node trees using Python in Blender. There are already a few add-ons that can convert a node tree to a script, but probably none of them are as clean as this one. Sometimes when geometry node trees get bigger, they become very hard to understand and navigate. For this reason, this robust Python API is created to simplify complicated node trees and make it easy to manage, but more importantly to share. Next up, we have something more friendly called Stairs Maker, which is an add-on for Blender that allows you to create, well, stairs. However, you get a ton of customization over the length, the height, the railing, and the number of steps, you name it. This is a really comprehensive add-on that allows you to create any types of stairs. Blender has the built-in Archimesh add-on, which allows you to not just build stairs, but rooms, cabinets, roofs, shelves, and much more. And the great thing about Stairs Maker is that it is extremely customizable, built on geometry nodes, so you can create any stairs or railing combination you want. You can adjust the tread and raise your dimensions, in addition to beams, deformation along a curve, and easily set the materials on the stairs. The add-on also has really extensive documentation with more than 50 pages explaining each button and control. So if stairs are a big part of your project that you are working on, or just want to have a higher level of customization, you can check the stairs maker in the description below. Alright, I know what you're thinking. I don't even like or use stairs that much. Well, how about a ship in the ocean? If you enjoyed Ignacio Meri's presentation at the last Blender conference in 2022, you will understand what I'm talking about. He talked about creating ship dynamics without fluid simulations, using the Archimedes principle and rigid body simulations, which would solve the equation of the movement of the ship floating in the ocean faster than the water simulation would, whatever that means. Well, this add-on from Ignacio helps you do just that, which is creating a physically based solver that allows you to simulate those ship dynamics or any type of floating object in real time. The way it works is you choose an object and an ocean and apply the solver or simulate the dynamics. But you also have some controls to play around with, like the initial frame, mass, damping, and so on. For now, only one object can be simulated, but in the future versions, Ignacio is promising multiple floating object solvers. Also, simulating splashes with metaballs and a procedural ship builder, which is very exciting. If you want to learn about ship dynamics and see what the add-on is all about, you can check out Ignacio's talk at the Blender conference. Last but not least, we have Space Elements. This is an add-on that makes creating space scenes in Blender extremely easy. In a short period of time, you can easily create stunning space visuals. The add-on will automatically set up the right lighting and the right skies for you, and a lot of realistic assets like planet Earth and other planets with a lot of customization and control. Although I would like to see much more assets and HDRIs to make this really a great add-on. However, it offers a lot of free assets that you can use in your own project, so if you are building a space scene, this might be for you. So these were some of the Blender add-ons released in the last couple of weeks. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, or if we missed something that we didn't mention. Also, if you like these add-ons, you're probably gonna like the previous videos about the best Blender add-ons of last month. You can check them out by clicking the video right here. In this year, we are planning to create a lot more new content that will help us all understand the world of computer graphics better. But most importantly, I want to take a moment and thank you guys, each and every one of you, for being an extremely supportive community and allowing this place to be as big as it is. And hopefully 2023 is gonna be even better. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.